How's it going, YouTube? Mike with Premier Reptiles, and today I'm going to show you how to set up a terrarium for an Abronia Mexican alligator lizard. Today I'm using natural substrate and a live plant. I'm going to provide a link in the description to a website that has a list of reptile safe plants. It's a website designed for crested geckos, but those plants are also safe for these. This is a bromelade. Bromelades are the best plants you can get for small reptiles like this. And for a substrate, I'm using a mixture of Eco Earth, which is a coconut fiber, and this sphagnum moss. And I also have some sphagnum moss set separately aside. Both of these you have to mix with water, mix it up a lot with your hands. And I'm going to start with my plant in the corner and some substrate of Eco Earth with sphagnum moss, and I will use the other sphagnum moss at the end just to cover certain areas and stuff, make it look kind of natural. Alright, so now that I've got my plant in there, I've got my substrate across the bottom. The next couple of things I'm going to add are going to be, hopefully I can fit both these in there, if not I'll just use one. But I've got a hide and I've got another stick for them to climb on. Because they are arboreal, they like to climb, that's why I got an upright terrarium like this. So I'm going to see if I can get these things to fit. That's going to be tight. I think that'll be good enough for them. Better give them space to climb around and stuff. Alright, so I couldn't fit the hide, but I fit another stick in here, and the way this bromelade is, there's plenty of spots for them to go in there and hide if they ever feel like they are slightly nervous or afraid. That's the only reason you need a hide, is to reduce their stress. And they've got plenty of nooks and crannies as it is. So that's going to be the basic setup. Then I've got a thermometer and hydrometer. And for these guys, you want to keep it at a pretty high humidity, like 60% or higher. Every now and then let it dry out a little so no bacteria grows. But 60% humidity is your goal. And you don't really need to worry about the heat too much. The heat can go as low as 55 or 60 degrees. You don't want them to stay at that temperature for long, but the max heat is about 85. So between 75 to 80 is a good temperature, and most households inside your house is usually around 70 degrees, which is perfectly fine. I'm only using Uvb lights to light it, so I'm going to put my thermometer and hydrometer right on the side here. And then I've got these 10% Reptisun Uvb lights. I'm using 2 of them because UVB is very important for these reptiles to keep them healthy. They need UVB to produce vitamin D3. And then the very last thing is a small water dish. But I'm going to put a little bit of sphagnum moss around here to kind of decorate it, make it look kind of natural and foresty. Alright, so the last thing to do is to just put our lizards in there. So we just got back from the expo. We just set up a terrarium for our Abronia Graminea Mexican alligator lizards. And now they're going to be set free in their new home. This is my male. I named him Leatherhead. When you touch them, they kind of feel like they're made out of leather. They're not like even though they're scales, they don't feel scaly, they feel leathery. They're very interesting. So this is Leatherhead. We're going to let him take off into his new home. Come on, Leatherhead. What do you think? And then this is our female, and I don't have a name for her yet. We just got her today. So give us a week or so, we'll have a name for this girl. There you go. And there you have it. It's a terrarium setup for a Mexican alligator lizard. And as always, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll have plenty more stuff coming.